Howdy, howdy, howdy. Dearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. It is a brand new day, and hokey smokes. Last night, I didn't get to bed early. I didn't get to bed, it was like 2 o'clock before I finally got to bed, because if I go to bed when I'm not sleepy, I am just going to lay there for hours and 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 hours, and I already do that. I don't want to stretch it out 3-4 times as long. So, and on the other part, since I only sleep for like 6 hours at a shot, if I fall asleep at 9 o'clock at night, I'm going to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning from pain and be unable to function for the rest of the day because ow, ow, ow. So I have to wait until I'm actually sleepy, and it was around 2 o'clock. But, and the good part is, it was around 9 o'clock before I finally woke up. So I actually slept once I was actually able to fall asleep. Definitely a thumbs up on that. And hokey smokes, is it raining hard outside? And I mean hard. If I go out walkies with my umbrella, if I go out walkies with my walker so that I can carry things, it's going to be tough because it is so wet and raining that I will be soaked by the time I go block. I don't want to do that, which means I need an umbrella, which means if I'm going to push my walker, I got to use one hand. Well, I've already got the nerve compression, and I don't want to irritate the nerves any further by wrestling with a walker with just one hand. But you got to do what you got to do, so hopefully I won't have to. But if it stops raining, I'm out of here and to the store because I need to get some things. Yay. Still though, life is life, and that's a good thing. And I don't know if you can see it, but in the background here, I am rendering the second half of my latest Fallout New Vegas video. Yay! I really enjoy the game. It is a very, very good one. Even after all these years. People are still finding stuff, and that's a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. I kind of wish my character was smarter, but I've gone and I've played with a lot of the stats so I could bump up others, and she's okay with the smarts. Just you start off basic 5, and I think I bumped her down to a 4 or something like that. And I think through some stat perks and others, it's bumped her up 1. So she's like semi-normal in the intelligence area again. But I was just thinking about that earlier today, and I want to talk about this. One of the things and one of the reasons my character uses 2 weapons right now. Just 2. And I can't even remember the last time I used the long-range weapon, except for grenades, and I don't know if I would count those. But I haven't really used, bang bangs from any sort of distance thing. And it's worked into, her unarmed is 100. And I'm working up on her melee for just on the other things. But she doesn't kill from a distance. She doesn't want to do that. She doesn't take you out from far. She wants to be right there, in your face. As you are dying, she is the last thing you will see. She wants to be in your face so that as you die, she watches it. But not from any sort of sick psychopathic thing. Because death is important. It means something. You shouldn't kill someone at a distance. If you're passionate enough that you're going to end someone, you don't just stand at 6 feet and shoot somebody in the head that's on their knees. No. Death is important. You are in their face and you're watching. Because death means something. And it shouldn't be impersonal and at a distance. So she's not there this like, oh, I gotta watch these people go into pieces. It means something. They may be terrible people, but it means something. And so that's her view on stuff. She's turned into, in my head, a very complex character, far beyond the extent of the game. So thumbs up for that. And that, again, mark of good writing, because it's making me think of my character in ways and think of things in ways that I normally would not. And that's good. So again, you gotta take the guides, you gotta get mods, you gotta do the stuff. I'm playing it vanilla, and maybe I shouldn't. So I'm pretty close to the end of the main thing, I imagine. You know, Kaiser is counting on me to do things. Yes Man is ready to let me take over. I've got the boomers and stuff ready to do stuff. I gotta go talk to the NCR, but right now they're just clowns in my view. The Brotherhood, they're just a bunch of, there may be something in the future, but for right now, they're just a bunch of hide in the ground know-nothings. Veronica's turned her back on them. So it's great. I don't know what's going to go on into the future for her. What she's going to do for her. She's got her views, but thumbs up for that. And then, after we've talked, and then, after I have ranted about my character in a computer game for a time, I just got that feeling of sticky saliva, and yet I think it's just the way my lip is with the gap in my dentures. I had a gap in my teeth my whole life, and so when I had my dentures made, I said, put a gap in there. And so they're not broken. I had them put in there on purpose. Now, what was I talking about? Oh yes, silly thing. People talk about having full bladders in dreams and looking for a place to empty their bladder, and how they're very glad they don't find a place to do that, because they then wake up and realize they got a full bladder, and that if they had found some place to relieve themselves, things wouldn't be good. I've had those kinds of dreams where I'm searching and searching, but I can't find the right place to do something. The other night, for the first time in years and years, I remembered a small snippet of a dream. And it seemed lucid, and yet it wasn't. Because I, in the dream, was searching for a place to urinate. And I found a place. And it was a weird thing. It was kind of like it was inside of a broken down building, and it was a pit with broken wood, and it's like that's where I was going to urinate. And I was thinking to myself, this is not a dream. I have done things to prove to myself I am not dreaming. This is real life. I can urinate. I'm not going to urinate in my bed. It's safe to urinate. And so, I did so. Never a feeling of satisfaction. Never really felt like I was actually emptying my bladder. Which is good, because I then woke up. But yeah, in the dream, I was convinced, and I felt it. It was next thing to lucid. The only thing was I was not in control and actually awake. It was following a script, but I had done everything you were supposed to do to prove you're not dreaming while I was dreaming. And I was convinced I wasn't dreaming while I was dreaming. So that was a weird feeling. And again, I'm waving my arm around like I just don't care. Doing pretty good right now. Definitely a thumbs up on that. I had to be careful. Oh boy, last night, both sides not feeling all that good. So, yay. And when I wake up, boy, my shoulders, my arms. And it's all just the nerves. Thumbs up for that. Past that, not really a whole lot to say. I still have got games that aren't here in front of me. This is one that I kind of want to... I can't talk about it because I haven't played it, but I want to play it, and I want to play it for the channel. So it's called Miru, and it's actually part of a trilogy. The guy is the person. I don't know if it's a guy or a gal. I don't. The name isn't here to the best of my knowledge, but it's a trilogy. Miru, Miru 2, and coming out with Miru 3. And there are all sorts of games like that that I want to play for the channel, as well as I am real close to doing a reading. Jesse Koskinen had actually said in comments, why don't you try reading this? And it is one of the epic poems in Finnish, about Finnish heroes and Finnish battles and stuff, creation myth stuff. I have problems reading rhymey stuff like that. I don't have an issue with the actual poem, because that's awesome, but trying to read that thing aloud, you'd think the rhythm would work, but occasionally the rhythm has to not work perfectly because it's a translation, and those not quite perfect fits, when I'm in the rhythm and flow, and then it doesn't rhyme and rhythm and flow for that moment, it hurts so much I can't do it. Doesn't matter what language it is, whether it's straight English or translated from other languages. That my neurodivergent brain can't handle that sort of thing. I tried to read the Canterbury Tales, which, you know, was written in like Old English, and I can't even do that one. So, yay. But I'm going to try and do something. So you should, it's like the, I cannot pronounce it, it's like the Kalevala, Kalevala. So it's good stuff. So if you should look it up, but I just don't think I could read it. So I'm going to be looking for something, and at the very least, I'm going to be doing the readings out of Fabled Lands, which likely to be after this finishes rendering and uploaded. It's probably finished rendering in the background. So yeah. Past that, not doing a ton. I've been thinking a lot about my creative settings, of course. In fact, I posted something today that you might have seen about the whole, you know, you don't have to make money for your art to be important, was like the meme picture. And it's like, yeah, you know, create for the sake of creation. If you monetize your passion, you're turning your passion into work, and it's no longer a passion. It's just work. And no matter, you know, what other, you know, grind set people say, work isn't fun, and your passions need to be fun. Because if work is fun, it's not really work. Do you really need it? And I don't mean like, oh, I'm enjoying myself today, I'm having a great day. I mean, you're going in because you enjoy it, not because you need the money. And there are actually people that do that too. People that work because they like to work. So, but still, point being. Anyway, though, yay, I'm going to continue doing what I need to do. I need to make some phone calls from both my therapist and the hospital to the Veterans Administration. Yay. So hopefully I can get that done. I've got this to upload. I got this to then edit and render as soon as I finish. And that finishes, like I said, it's probably done. So hopefully you're going to get done the things that you want to get done. If you can't, don't beat yourself up. There's no reason. And then even without that, because these chairs don't sit and push forward enough, it's like a couple knives in my upper back unless I arch backwards. I got to get a proper back support. It's fun getting older. It's as silly as it is, and as goofy as it is. I mean, you gotta laugh about getting old, even as it hurts. I mean, way back when, decades ago, the Rolling Stones did the song "Mother's Little Helper," where it's a song about back in the '60s. They used to prescribe like uppers like candy to housewives, both in the U.S. and like in the U.K. And so the mother's little helper, she goes running for the shelter of her mother's little helper. And one of the lyrics was, "What a drag it is getting old." And yeah, everything hurts. Once you start getting older, everything hurts, especially when you're walking along. I love it when I'm walking and I have no pain at all. I got pain, my regular pain. And then suddenly in my knee, it's like someone has taken a railroad spike and just slammed it in with a hammer, and it will take my breath away. Just, oh my God. And I gotta stop walking immediately. And that lasts for about 10 seconds. And then it's gone. So all you can do is keep walking. It came on for why? Why did it last that long? Why did it go away? What is it indicating? Anything at all? Who knows? It's come and gone. You'll have a lot of those the older you get. Still, it's better than the alternative of not getting older, I think. Another thing too, I've made shorts about crinkly cloth and crinkled up these shirts before. The best thing about wearing these things is most of them, they're crinkly as I wear them. When I put them on, they make crinkly noises. When I move the collars, they crinkle. I love stiff, crinkly, but still soft cloth. The Walmart bag that I did is nice, but it's just a bit sharp. Problem is, you run them through the washer so that they're not sharp anymore. They're not crinkly anymore either. So there's just no way to really get the Walmart bags perfect for crinkly cloth. And they are cloth, it's a cotton fiber. So yay. But these, I bought a couple other shirts so that these will have less wear so they last longer. They're all just the long sleeve things. I'm only really wearing them for cold weather because when it's warmer, I need to have my forearms at the very least uncovered. Because oh my gosh, that's makes me die. In a non-literal sense, of course. Anyway though, for each and every one of my Patreon patrons who are beautiful and awesome people, your help is appreciated to no end. Without you, I'd still be getting along, but I'd really be hurting. It's good to be a slightly hurting monkey instead of a really hurting monkey. And back when I was a Christmas monkey getting hosed on the regular, your help did make that hosing slightly less painful. Thank you, each and every one of you. When you look into a mirror, you have to realize you're looking at someone who is both beautiful and awesome, both physically and spiritually. For everybody that has left me a comment, thumbs up, and thank you. Each and every one of them, except for the abusive ones I just delete. But for everything else that is not abusive, it is appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you. Even when I can't answer them, because much as I'd like to continue waving my arm in the air like I just don't care, it's getting sparkly, and boy, I do care. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. So, yeah, no great fancy editing aside from the templating. So, I'll see you on the flip side. Which I sort of said before, and now I'm just repeating. So I should have just waited and then